What's going on? It's the boy CD Trades, and today is February 3rd, and we're doing a trade recap. So today we had news at 9:45. We had the PMI, then we had news at 10. Also the PMI red folder, orange folder, and then the rest of the news during the day from 12:30 all the way to 2 p.m. We have yellow news, which is doesn't really affect the market. Okay, so going to the charts. Okay, we're on the daily, right? Let me go hide everything on the daily. Yeah, I forgot how to hide it. Oh, whatever. All right. What's going on? It's like it's lagging. All right, let me refresh. Let's close. Okay. So, re daily. Okay. I don't know why I went to the 1 minute. Anyways, okay. All right. So, right here was the that big gap that I wanted it to fill, right? So we filled it on Friday. So we filled it, then price started to go down. In my head, I'm like, okay, so price went up there and didn't even stay closed right onto the box. It continued going down and couldn't even go into the medium threshold. The wick did the damage, but the actual bar couldn't stay up there. So that gave me, okay, you know what? We might have the luxury of seeing sales. Okay, so sales meaning when we open up on Sunday, we're gonna see a discount. All right, right? Price is gonna open all the way down close to the sell side. So let's open it up. This is the part I was telling you guys to open. So I wanted price to go up here. Last week I was all bullish. I'm still bullish, but I wanted to see what would price do right here. So price just showed me, okay, you know what? It couldn't close to the threshold of the medium, so continue going down. And then yesterday when we opened, let me hide because there's a lot of noise. When we opened yesterday, look how much price went down. Price went down about 500 points, right? So this was the close on Friday, the 31st, and then this is the open of yesterday, right? The weekly open. Look how much points it is from the close to the open, 556. All right, so how I messed up was when I marked this, I put the fib on the close on Friday and then also the what on the opening on Sundays for the weekly to see, okay, where's the medium? If price is likely to go there on Monday, where's the medium, right? Price could go up there, but because we opened up with so much more than 75 points, we want to wait, right? We don't want to go straight into it to buys for the first 30 minutes because we don't know where price is trying to go. And plus, we have big news at 10 with Trump speaking about what he's going to do with the borders, the terrorists, right? So after that, let's go down to, okay, we're down to the minute. So now I'm like, okay, so price automatically started going up, going up, going up. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see. All right, so today's the third. All right, so we open up right here. This is the 9:30 candle right here. So when we opened up, price went above, right, of where it opened, and then it created at that 931 candle the first presenting fair value gap, which I'm gonna show right here. This blue dotted line with the box, that's the first presented fair value gap. So price went up, then it went down. It went down to the bottom of the first presented fair value gap. So I wanted to see, okay, is it gonna reject it and go lower and cause the displacement for me to enter? Because even though it's the first 30 minutes, we want to see price go up there. Usually, when it's a big gap like that, price is chaotic and price usually doesn't go up there, right? In the beginning of the week, it goes in the following week or the ending of the same week that it created that. So I wanted to see was the placement down, and then for it to come back up, and for me to take it down, right? But price decided to go in the bottom, and because we had a big gap down, price is not very clean, right? Yes, we moved a lot, but price is not going to hit certain points and switch right away into where it needs to go. It's going to be a little messy. So it went to the bottom, and the third candle, after they hit two bottoms right here, the third candle went up and then came back into it. And this should have been my confirmation. These two should have been my confirmation. Okay, price might want to go up and go to the medium of that opening weekly gap that we caused on Sunday, right? So these two candles hit the bottom and then went up. When price went to the middle of the gap and continued going up and took out this high, price continued going down. But look, price could not go to half. Wrong one. Price could not go to half of this, right? It couldn't even close. So let me make it to a different color so you guys can see. Red. Let's make it thicker. No, it didn't. All right, so price could not go and close below. So that should have given me confirmation. Okay, for right now, we're bullish. Price may want to go to the medium of that and then go down, right? So price eventually it went up, but it came back down, right? Came back down like I wanted to see it in the beginning. Like even though it's bullish, I was still seeing more sales because of how we're reacting. How much were these points? This move was it's like 105 points. All right. So I was waiting to get in right here for my sales, but I could not just do the trigger, right? In my head, I was like, yo, you know what? We went here, price might go up again. So I was like, yo, you know what? Instead of wanting to see price go into these fair value gaps, I wanted to come back down, touch the bottom, I'm in the middle of the first presented fair value gap, see this as a breakaway, and go to the fair value gap, then drop. That's when I would have took in, but it did not give me that. Price went back up, so I was kind of hesitant. All right, so this is where I messed up, right? So, like I said earlier, price had went, as you guys saw, price had went up, over, shot down, and went back up, hit this fair value gap, which I saw, but I wanted to be a breakaway gap, which it didn't. So it should have gave me more confirmation on like, you know what, going to the sales, we're going to sell, and that would have been a nice little trade right here down. So if I put a short there, would have got in here, and that would have a little bit above the highs and shot down, right? A nice little trade right here. But that's not how it went. So price went down, shut up, and came back into this order block right here. Hit it, went down again. And I was like, yo, you know what? Let me just get in. I do not chase price, but it got the best of me today, and I ended up chasing price two times. So my first trade, three micros. I got in. Oh, horrible. So I got in. Price went down a little bit, and then it took me out. Again, I tried to sell, and price took me out again. So I was like, yo, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until we start buying or until the afternoon session. So the afternoon session came. So these two is this candle right here is where I entered, and this candle is where I entered. So where I made the so where I felt like I made the mistake, it's I waited. I wanted to see how price was gonna act on this fair value gap right here. So price automatically shot up out of nowhere at 1021. It was quick. I couldn't even react to that. So price went so fast. The next candle, it went up again, and I should have got in right here on this order block, but I did not get in there, right? So price went up again. Once it got to the fair value gap, it went up and came back down. That's when I got in. So instead of going in with the first two trades, I went in with two micros. I'm sorry, three micros. The first trade and then the second trade, I also went with one micro the second trade, and then the third one I was like, oh, you know what? Let me go with a mini. I should not be doing with a mini. I could have lost my whole. I could have lost my whole account doing that, right? Because with a 50K, you should not be going with a mini. Number one. All right, so let's go back to the 1 minute. So when I got in, right here. So when I got in on this candle right here, right above it, and rode from. Let's go triangle. Let's do it long. I rode from here. I rode from here to there, right? But it's like after I missed this entry, where was I supposed to get in, right? So I just grabbed the mini and jumped in right there. But at the end of the day, I didn't like that because where would my stop loss be? My stop loss would have been this whole fair value gap here on a mini. That's huge. I would lost 2 grand or 1,500. And luckily that became this fair value gap right here became a breakaway gap. So thank God Price didn't want to choose to come back to, let people come back in and just straight shot up and it continued going up. But I just took profit at the top and grabbed what I lost and then got $626.24 of profit. Do I like this trade? No, because I felt like it was just panicking just to get in, like even though yes, I saw the buys, but there's no way for me to get in. And after analyzing it, I saw, okay, you know what? Like I said, the order block here came down and started shooting up, but I didn't get it there. I got on top of the fair value gap. So if you go back, I got in right here on top of the fair value gap and shot the wave all the way up. Did price continue going? Yes, it did. But I did not care, I just wanted to be green and reflect on my mistakes on my trading. So tomorrow, let's see if we stick to the plan, trade better, and see you guys next time.
Just want it all right now. I just wanna ball right now. Swear I want everything, everything. I just want everything, everything. I just want it all right now. I just wanna ball right now. Swear I want everything, everything. I just want everything, everything.